YouTube has made some pretty questionable decisions for a while now. They removed a public view of the like to dislike ratio in 2021. They clearly became corporate when Jimmy Kimmel was the first thing you saw on a brand new account. And they've been playing favorites with creators for some time now. Because of those things, let's talk about all the endings and how YouTube could either come out on top as king or be buried in the ground with the worms. To begin, let's get into the bad ending for YouTube. In this scenario, a new competitor comes out onto the interwebs called OurTube. Pretty creative, I know. This competitor begins to do the right things to build a solid community. They have reasonable rules to abide by. Their rules are easy to understand and have anti-Reddit-like moderators. Most importantly, though, they enforce their rules fairly to everybody, no matter how lucrative they are, so that everyone on the platform feels safe and treated the same. YouTube, however, in this scenario still plays favorites and doesn't really listen to their community. Plenty of people migrate to OurTube, but there are still people who stay on YouTube because it is still a big business with experience behind it. YouTube notices that OurTube is getting some traction, but aren't too worried about them since they're still in the early stages and YouTube is too big to fail. However, YouTube forgets that if they're clearly showing favoritism and unfairness, people will begin migrating more and more. OurTube keeps growing and growing until it completely replaces YouTube. YouTube tried to adapt in some ways, but never put the community first. That's why they could go under. If YouTube doesn't fix their lack of caring for the community, then it wouldn't be too hard for a competitor to do right what YouTube is doing wrong. The only reason this scenario requires a competitor is because if there ain't any competition, then YouTube can do as they please and people can't go anywhere else really. Before the good ending, let's get into the kooky ending. In this scenario, YouTube isn't getting much profit off their site as is, so they need to expand their roster. They need a side hustle. So they create a separate category on YouTube for adult films. They do require you to pay to gain access to this category, however. This side of YouTube is called NudeTube. To make sure no underage people are on this side of YouTube, they have some sort of age verification. People don't really want to pay for this because many sites are free. So YouTube decides we need the highest quality actors and actresses under a contract to only produce films with us. Many do sign with YouTube for their NudeTube campaign because they pay well and don't mistreat their performers, like many other sites do when they're signed. NudeTube has a way for viewers to directly communicate with creators and tip them or join a membership with specific creators. Like how you can join my channel for $4.99 a month. You get early access to these videos, photo and status updates, nubber shoutouts in videos. Thank you to Jaffo for being the OG nubber, priority replies, and nubbers only polls. Back to NudeTube. They make some money, but YouTube needs more. They begin selling animals on the dark web and call it Anatube. These names just keep getting better. They take off and people buy the animals for many reasons. They buy animals to be pets, some to be livestock, some buy them to set them free after. YouTube is craving more and more money, so they create many more platforms. But at this point, the FBI is on their ass. They've been sniffing their cheeks for a while now because some platforms they made, like ManTube, are illegal. That platform traffics people to anyone who can pay. The FBI teams up with the CIA and SEAL Team 6 to take out YouTube once and for all. The battle takes out millions of casualties. Many nukes were set off to get them off the earth. In the end, YouTube triple dipped its chips and bit off more than they could chew. Now that they're gone, whatever will we do? Dr. Seuss and his bitch. I'm not putting that in. Now that we've finished the wacky ending, let's get into the good ending. In this good ending scenario, YouTube has competitors as well. However, they begin to make some changes to their platform that benefit the creators and viewers alike. They still make their money, but YouTube realizes, without a strong community, the ads mean nothing. They see some ideas from other competitors and put their own twist on them for themselves. YouTube makes sure they stay ahead of the competition so they don't have the opportunity to catch up. The most important part of this good ending is that YouTube brings back the public like to dislike ratio so that people can see how well or poorly a video is received. Another thing they do is treat all creators fairly and don't pick favorites or sides. This shows others that they all play by the same rules, so it encourages more people to want to create because they know that their small channel gets the same treatment as the biggest channels. Competitors try to get their share of the market and can only get so far. Their selling points are free speech, but because of that, they get a lot of racists and deplorable people. Still, some normal people join, but a lot of radical people join as well. Other competitors tried a more inclusive approach. This works to an extent, but they just don't have the same resources as YouTube and can't stay running long because of a lack of viewers and money. YouTube reigns as the king of video broadcasting in the end. No competitors could ever give them a run for their money, but it's not like YouTube rules with an iron fist. They make sure that the changes they make benefit both viewers and creators alike. No unfair treatment towards anybody, and they stay running for a long time. I'd also like to take the time and thank everyone who supported this channel and helped it reach 1,000 subscribers. Y'all made this possible, and I've always wanted to do YouTube since elementary school. Only within the last year and some change have I really had the courage to put myself out there online consistently. I really appreciate everyone who is supporting this channel and helping it grow. Y'all mean the world to me, and I hope to see y'all stick around. If you enjoyed this video, check out this other video on the left. I've also got this playlist I think you'd enjoy. And on the right are Nubber shoutouts. Thank you, and have a great one.